Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Betis 2, Real Madrid 1. Look, it is just absolutely shocking once again from Real Madrid in La Liga in terms of just not getting it right. There is something that isn't going on right. And that is not just individual players, that isn't just Carlo Ancelotti and the tactics, that is a mixture of both. Something on the field, on the pitch, isn't clicking. And we have to look and figure out what isn't. Because we have got an upcoming Champions League tie against Atletico Madrid. With the first leg being at the Bernabeu, you have to you have to win by 2 goals in that first leg. And with the way this team is playing right now, I don't get that confidence. And I would love to be optimistic about this team as a fan in terms of just going into every game with that sort of level of optimism, not necessarily arrogance, but the optimism and that strong belief that you are going to win the game. We haven't been getting that. What has been the main issue for the first 6 months of the season since August? And that was the defense just looked so destabilized and weakened. It's not just the injuries, but we're talking Rudiger, we're talking Militao when he wasn't injured. The form wasn't good enough. Um, Obviously, then injuries happen. Lucas Vasquez having to come in. A left back in the team that we don't really have a proper left back in terms of a number one. I think both left backs are, you know, number twos that just, occasionally swap. And obviously, with all this happening, and the fact, look, I said this in the preview, if Raul Asensio gets benched for Alaba, and this is nothing against Alaba, I think he's a fantastic player, and his career, his honors, his stats has proven it. The trophies is there. We have seen him play before in a Real Madrid shirt at Bayern Munich. We know what he is capable of on his day and when he was at his peak. But I'm sorry, he isn't at his peak anymore. It might be age, it might be injuries, but whatever it is, he isn't that player anymore. So when you have got a young player coming through in Raul Asensio, who is breaking into the first team, he's come in to replace Alaba, he's come in to replace Militao, and he has been this sort of main centre back next to Rudiger, and then next to Tramine when Rudiger got injured. Why isn't he starting? Why isn't he starting? I'm not saying that if he started, the game would have gone differently because it wasn't just the defense that was terrible today. I thought the attack was, you know, nothing was going on. It was nothing. It really was dead, which was a surprise. But defensively, the key fundamentals is the fact that Lucas Vasquez, with all due respect, a legend of the club, I would say. He's won it all, he's done it all. Same with Alaba. But sometimes we need to give respect whilst accepting the fact that there are players in this team that just aren't quite at that level anymore. And Lucas Vasquez has never really been a right back to begin with, but specifically at his age, he isn't. So why are we still playing him every game? And you can tell me that it's because Carvajal is injured. So why have you put yourself in a position where Lucas Vasquez is your backup right back? Why have you put yourself in a position where if Carvajal is injured or rested, you have to rely upon Lucas Vasquez as your backup? Why? And also, Okay, good. Fede Valverde got the rest. Why couldn't Raul Asensio play right back then? Why did Raul Asensio get completely disregarded, again? And you might say it's because to rest him. Look, he's a young player who's coming through, and I'm sure Lucas Vazquez needs more rest than Raul Asensio. When you talk about the age, coming back from an injury, you know, things like that, I believe Lucas Vazquez needs more rest. And I'm not even trying to create a meme in terms of Lucas Vazquez don't play ever again and just keep resting. I'm not trying to suggest that because I'm genuinely, I wouldn't say pissed off because we're not at that stage yet. Because the season is still going. It isn't over yet. But these are the kind of games and these kind of moments where you look back. If Real Madrid don't win La Liga this season, we might win the Champions League, we might win the Copa del Rey, we might just end up with a Club World Cup and a UEFA Super Cup. Whatever it is, if Real Madrid don't win La Liga, you will look back at games like these and go, that is why Barcelona was just so much better, because they know how to get results. And I'm not saying that they are perfect in terms of winning every game, but when it matters, they don't crumble every single time. When it matters for Real Madrid this season, we've seen too many times where this team just crumbles. And that is a fact. That really is. So, very, very disappointing because obviously, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm not even kidding. The night before this game, the night before, I had a dream, and it was Real Betis winning 2-1 against Real Madrid. And in my dream, Anthony scored. Now that didn't happen in real life, but for some reason, the 2-1 score came true in real life. Unfortunately. But it is just a reality check in terms of Real Madrid just not being able to get across the line, get over the line when it matters. And that is unlike Real Madrid in terms of what we know of this team just being able to pull something out of nothing, being able to find something magical out of nothing. We didn't see that. And we haven't been seeing that in a long, long time, and this season as well. Um, But yeah, let's talk about the goals. The first goal, Brahim scoring after 10 minutes. Good play, I think it was Rudiger getting the ball forward to Mbappe, runs with it, finds Mendy, cuts it back for Brahim. Really weird goal simply because Rudiger, Mendy all involved, and obviously Brahim scoring as well. But that was a downhill because obviously corner comes in from Isco for that second goal of the game. The first goal for Real Betis, unmarked. Johnny Cardoso, I think it was, unmarked. Nothing Courtois could do. I'm not blaming Thibaut Courtois. I don't get people who do, because he then made a similar. He faced a similar effort, but he made a very big save, and he made a couple of big saves in this game. But that header, unmarked header, powerful header, nothing Courtois could do. Maybe in a positional sense he could have done better, but as a keeper, if you stand too near to one side, you're gonna get blamed for exposing your near post or your far post, the other side basically. So I don't blame Thibaut Courtois. The second goal, look, definitely a penalty. No debates, no defending here. You can't really defend that. Rudiger just completely, has his arm all around the player, sort of pulls him back as well. Penalty, Isco, obviously it had to be. I don't blame Isco. I think football is a game of emotions, and when you score a goal, you celebrate. I think some fans will find it disrespectful, especially a player like Isco, who I would say is a hero. Is a maybe not necessarily would we consider him a legend. Probably, to be honest, I think if Lucas Vazquez is called a legend, I think Isco is at that level. But in terms of the respect, the disrespect, I don't think I don't see it that way. I don't. I just yeah, I don't think anything is disrespectful from that. Um, just to run through the team, like I said, I think Courtois is probably man of the match, to be honest. Maybe Brahim Diaz, but the rest were just there. I mean, Lucas Vasquez, I'm sorry, just not up to it. Rudiger, Alaba, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna say Rudiger got affected by Alaba, but I'm gonna say that Rudiger didn't have a good game today. Neither did Alaba. Mendy got the assist. Apart from that, nothing going on defensively as well. Pretty poor. Yeah, Tchouaméni, Modric, Brahim. Um, we can't be relying on a 39-year-old Luka Modric every single game. And then the front line was dead. And I'm gonna say this again. I thought Vinicius Junior contributed nothing again. To be honest, I thought that. Mbappe got the pre-assist for the goal. But apart from that, there was nothing. There was nothing going on in the attack, the final third. And that is concerning because a few weeks ago we were talking this team can score 4, 5, maybe even 6 goals a game, but they just can't defend. Now we can't defend and we can't even score. So we're going in a crapper, in a worse trajectory than we were 3, 4 weeks ago. And that is just horrendous. That's horrific to think about. But obviously we need that bounce back, and that is something that we don't have to explain like you explain to young children and like a 3-year-old. But will it come? Are we optimistic? I don't know. But let me know what thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the notification, subscribe to Trust On already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.